Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Listen, I got a great little video for you. I'm going to try to keep this under 10 minutes, but I really want to talk about closing final expense deals, especially the three option close. I'm very curious and I want to hear from you. What type of closing technique are you using? What are you having success with? Do you use the three option close or some variation of a three option close, or are you more of a payment closer? So, do me a favor, leave some comments in the comment section. Let me know what's working for you. But today I'm going to be specifically talking about the three option close. That's what we use in our agency here at Senior Life. I teach that because I like it. I think it's the most duplicatable. And I think for a new agent, it's really, honestly, it's the easiest to learn and it's extremely effective if you do it the right way. So, just a real quick intro. My name's Joe Johnson. I'm with Senior Life. If you like content like this, if you want to see more of our content, do me a favor. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Hit that little notification bell so the next time I put something out, you'll get notified. Also, if you like the content, give me a big thumbs up and leave a comment. Let me know what type of closing technique that you're using. All right, back to the three option close. Three option close is basically once you've done your presentation, you're going to ask for the sale by presenting three options and simply asking your client to pick an option. It's very effective. However, I'm going to give you some techniques on how to make it even more effective. And it comes in the beginning. And I think this is part of the what I like pre-qualification or the discovery mode when you're talking to your clients. The three option close is going to become very useful, more useful as long as you're asking good questions in the beginning. Get in the habit and learn to ask questions with your client and find out from them, have they done any pre-planning? Okay. Which way are they leaning? Are they leaning more toward a traditional funeral, a burial, or cremation? Okay. And get them to try to describe to you what that looks like. I want them to kind of almost visualize what their services are going to look like. And I also want them to attach a dollar amount to what those services potentially could cost simply by asking a question like this. Hey, have you looked into what the costs are? Are you, I know you're leaning more toward your traditional funeral. Are you familiar with what the costs are? Have you experienced a loss in your family? Have you been involved in paying? Try to get a number out of them. Usually they'll have an idea. And if it's a traditional burial, they'll usually throw you a number like, 10, 12, 15,000, whatever that is. That's important and useful information because I'm going to use that number when I get to my three option close. So do a good job, ask those questions, do your normal presentation, do the pre-qualification part, ask good health questions, get them qualified. Once you know what plan that they're going to qualify for, now you want to lay out your three options. I'm going to give you some quick tips though. Before you just lay out three options, there's something that you need to do prior to that, and I call it, let's just say the setup. Okay? I and I'm going to say I'll give you some word tracks to use. What I'm going to say to my client, I'm going to say, Bob, now I know what plan you're going to qualify for. It's going to offer you the most value, the most benefits, and more importantly, at the very lowest cost. So I'm going to show you exactly what most people are doing in your exact same situation. Bob, your job is simply just to let me know which program fits into your budget the best. Fair enough? Get them to say yes. Okay, now before I move on, I'm going to add on one more thing. Bob, something really important, and I need you to promise me this. Promise me that if what I'm showing you does not fit into your budget, promise me that you'll let me know because I can make adjustments, and I promise you I will find a program that will fit into your budget. And listen, at the end of the day, I think we would both agree that at least having some coverage in place is better than nothing at all. Wouldn't you agree? get them to buy into that. So if the three options you're laying out by chance don't fit into their budget, then this is a very non-confrontational way for them to say, hey, I told you this, that this doesn't fit my budget. Then you can work into a payment clause. So make sure you do that. Now I'm going to lay out the three options. Okay, this is super important, and I'm going to give you the order in which I do them. But I got to use that number, and this is the reason why it's important to ask your client which way they're leaning, what type of services are they looking for, and the dollar amount. Let's say I know Bob wants a traditional funeral with a service and he thinks it's going to cost 10 grand. That's the number I'm going to start with. So instead of doing like a good, better, best, I'm going to start with the middle number. And so what I'll say it like this. I say, Bob, option number one, it's going to cover everything that we talked about. So I'm going to talk more about the services than I am the face amount. So Bob, option number one, this is going to cover everything that you want. This is going to cover your service. It's going to cover the merchandise, the casket, all of your funeral expenses. This way your family doesn't have to come out of pocket with a single penny. Because Bob, when you're gone and you're laid to rest, I'm going to be delivering that check for $10,000 or $12,000 to cover everything. So your family doesn't have to worry about anything. And Bob, in order to get this program started, to get it funded, all you would need to do is set aside, let's say it's 80 bucks a month, 80 bucks a month. So use those key words. Talk about, use the word fund. Don't say cost or premiums or whatever. Just say to get this program started or to fund it, all you need to do is set aside. That's option one. Option two is going to be slightly higher. So if option one was, let's say, 10,000, and I want to go up, let's say, like another $20 to like something around $100, maybe that's 13,000. These are hypothetical numbers. What I'll do for option number two is I'll piggyback off of option number one. I'll say, Bob, option number two is going to cover everything that we talked about in option number one. It's going to cover all your services, all the funeral expenses. This way, your family doesn't have to come out of pocket with a single penny. However, option two has an additional $3,000 benefit built into it. This way, after everything's said and done, paid for, there's going to be $3,000 more left over that can go to XYZ or go to somebody. Because option two is a whatever the dollar amount is. Let's say it's a $13,000 benefit. That's what I'll be delivering to your family. For option two, Bob, all you need to do is set aside $100 a month. Okay. And Bob, option three is something maybe a little bit more economical. Okay. So save the last one is the least expensive. It's the more economical version. So if we're on a tighter budget, what a lot of folks may want to go with the more economical plan because this is still it's still going to have a lot of money to cover your final expenses. Maybe enough, maybe cutting a little bit close. Your family may have to come up out of pocket just a little bit. But remember, Bob, you can always add more coverage later. Okay, that's the beauty of this program. But option three is going to provide your family with a $7,000 benefit. And Bob, to get this program started, all you would need to do is set aside whatever the dollar amount is, $54 a month. Now you ask the closing question. There's a couple of variation ways to do this. What I like to ask, I said, Bob, you tell me if the good Lord took you home tonight, which of these programs would be most beneficial to your family? And then you just shut up, let them answer. If you don't like saying the good Lord, you could simply say, Bob, you tell me which of these programs fits your budget the best, or which one of these would work best for you, and get him to answer. If he doesn't close on the 3 options, he's already told you that he's going to let you know, Now you can just back it into use some type of variation of a payment close. Get the client, they're going to be more likely to disclose to you what their budget is because we've already both agreed that having some coverage in place is better than nothing and that you can make adjustments. Okay? Then you close your sale and you wrap things up. So anyway, that's all I got for you today. I appreciate you guys tuning in. And again, I'm going to leave a contact link in the description below. So if you want to contact me, if you want to get some training, if you want to find out information about joining my team here with Senior Life, contact me. Let's have a discussion. Let's find out if this could potentially be a good fit for you. Thanks for tuning in. God bless. Have a great day.